All four divisions of the billiards programme of the Birmingham 2022 World Games moved into the quarter-finals on Friday, and on the carom table, Dick Jaspers moved into his fifth World Games semi-final. Only in 2013, when he lost in the quarter-finals, has the Dutchman failed to reach the last four of this event. Breaks of 5 and 9 contributed to a 40-20 win over Torbjorn Blomdahl, which means Jaspers' competition continues. Many may have expected Jaspers to meet Dani Sanchez in tomorrow's semi-finals, but Eddie Merckx brought the Spaniards' hopes of a fourth gold medal to an end. In a high-quality match, Merckx made 2 breaks of 10 as he beat his Spanish opponent 40-38. Sanchez couldn't be accused of having played badly, but an 11 and 2-5 breaks weren't enough to deny Merckx his first ever World Games semi-final. An all-Colombian semi-final awaits as Jose Juan Garcia and Pedro Gonzalez both won their quarter-final ties. 40-26 was the scoreline as Garcia overcame Tran Qua Chen, a break of 5 his best visit in 22 innings required to reach 40. A 5 from Gonzalez was the highest break of the match as he defeated Japan's Koji Funaki 40-24 to join his compatriot Garcia in the last 4. In women's pool, Kelly Fisher was up against her roommate for the week, Canada's Brittany Bryant. Fisher found herself 5-3 and 7-5 down, but took advantage of a handful of unforced errors from the Canadian to book her place in the semi-finals. Fisher will meet Japan's Yuki Hiraguchi in the last 4. The 25-year-old built an early 5-1 advantage over her Polish opponent, only to watch that lead evaporate. However, a couple of well-executed combination shots while taking advantage of some misplayed efforts by her opponent sealed a 9-6 victory for Hiraguchi. Cha Yu-Chu recorded the best result of the women's pool semi-finals with an impressive 9-1 win over Yoonji Park of South Korea. Chu won 7 racks in a row as she powered past Park and into the final day of play. Veronika Ivanovskaya didn't make her work as easy against the well-supported Filipino Rubelina Amit. The German powered to a 6-2 lead but allowed her opponent back in, and Amit was able to force the match to a hill conclusion where Ivanovskaya was able to keep her composure under intense pressure.
Don't ask me how I did that. I think I just stayed on my fundamentals and try to focus on each single ball. Yeah, and then in the end I pulled it off.
The first 2 quarter-finals of the men's division featured each of the last 2 World and US Open champions. First, Filipino Carlo Bialdo was up against Albin Ouschan. Ouschan held a 5-3 lead at one stage, but the nip-and-tuck match found its way to 8-all before Bialdo hit the accelerator to complete an 11-8 victory. Germany's Joshua Filler awaits Bialdo in the semi-finals after a win over Shane Van Boening, which was a tale of 2 breaks. Filler found his, and Van Boening, whose break is usually among his best assets, struggled. That allowed Filler to reach 7-2 with few problems, and Van Boening only got his 3rd rack when his opponent miscued an 8-ball at 10-2. That error didn't cost Filler, however, who ran out the next game for a statement victory.
I think it was just a one-sided match because my break was really good and working, and his break, I mean, most of the time he had to play a push out or something. So there was 7-2, and he was frustrated. He was not really trying anymore. You could really see it, and obviously it was good for me. Made me feeling more confident, and in the end I just took it home and super delighted.
Sanjin Pelavanovic is hoping to become the first athlete from Bosnia and Herzegovina to take home a billiards medal for his country, and the European 10-ball champion is still in the hunt after overturning an early 5-1 deficit against Canada's John Morra. A scratch when Morra was 3 balls from going 6-1 up was the turning point, and a golden break to go 7-7 helped Pelavanovic along the way to an 11-9 win. Aloysius Yap awaits Pelavanovic in the semi-finals. He defeated Spain's in-form Francisco Sanchez Ruiz 11-7. Chen Carway will meet Ali Al-Obeidli in the semi-finals of the snooker division after both players won their quarter-final matches 3-1. Chen came back after losing the first frame to beat 16-year-old world champion Asham Ramzan for his place in the semi-finals. Qatar's Ali Al-Obeidli joined him by defeating Germany's Utmut Dikmi. Al-Obeidli took the first frame 54-8 against Dikmi, and breaks of 37 and 31 then took him 2 ahead. However, the German responded in the 3rd, and the 4th was a battle of attrition, finally won by Al-Obeidli. Saw him win his place in the semi-finals with a 3-1 win over 20-year-old Austrian Florian Nusel, Sahin took a low-scoring first frame, but Nussel replied with a 48 to level at 1-all. Sahin managed to accumulate 70 points to take a 2-1 lead, 59 in the fourth frame to progress to the semi-finals.